Okay, Divine Feminine, let's talk about it. Everything that can possibly try to get this message from uploading is possibly happening. Every single thing. Okay? So, pretty much what's going on is Divine Feminine, you are that princess in the forest, okay? So, once upon a time, there was a princess, right? Who was a child. So this is in your childhood days. One day this princess woke up. She was going through the forest, right? And as she's going through this forest, she meets some friendly people. She meets people. She doesn't realize that these people are really monsters. These people are really creatures, and they stalk her throughout going to the forest, right? See, they've been watching her since she was born, okay? They were watching her since she was just a little girl. They knew her destiny even before she knew her destiny or knew what the word destiny meant. Okay? And now she's going through this forest, right? Trying to follow the yellow brick road. Okay? Trying to follow the ways of society and how things should be. Okay? That's what she was doing in the beginning of her childhood. But along her way, even then, even though she wasn't on her soul path, those creatures and those animals were trying to stop her. Okay? Because even though this princess is a princess, she still lives in a cycle. Okay? A reincarnation cycle. Because and so what happens is that she's moving through this forest and she gets older and older, going through this forest trying to accomplish her goals. These creatures are turning into different objects, but they are the same energy. They are the same creature, just they're shape-shifting. So as they're shape-shifting, and at first she had no idea, she became aware of what's going on. So along her path, she meets different people, and she realizes some of those people are not to be on her path or near her because they are actually the monster that they tried to get away from. Okay? So then this divine feminine, this divine feminine, because they're saying that there's another analogy I can use, which is the Wizard of Oz analogy, when they meet the scarecrow who needs something, who pretends to be one way, but they're really not. Like, they remember the scarecrow, he pretends to be scary, but he's really not scary, and he has all those crows with him. Okay? That's a karmic you met along your way. Then you met another one. You met a Tin Man, another karmic along your way who you thought was going on the same path and journey as you were going. Okay, these are people along your way that you've met, along with the creatures and the critters that are already following through the forest, right? So then you see your scarecrow, you see your Tin Man. The Tin Man said, if I only had oil, can you give me oil? See, they all needed something. They all needed something. They all needed you to help them with something, even though you were just trying to find your way. Divine Feminine, you were trying to just find your way. You were just going with the flow. But they all needed something when you seen them. Okay, and they all had a mask on. Then the cowardly lion. You get the big old person you feel like you was finally safe with to protect you in that forest. They end up being the most. Y'all stop playing with me. Softest, so these are the people you met along your way. Going through the forest, going on the yellow brick road. Now, along the way, you realize you're not on the right path. The path you chose was not completely wrong, but it's not the path that is your sole purpose. But you still have these monsters watching you from childhood, which is karmic people. You still have these creatures, which are karmic individuals, stalking you from childhood. Plus you have the shape-shifting scarecrow I said skin. Y'all notice that? So yeah, let's shape shift into different people. Yeah. If you know, look at people's eyes when you talk to them. That's why everybody's supposed to have masks on. So you don't look at nothing but those eyes. Look at those eyes. That's what the fuck the mask is for, bro. It's not for what you think. Cover your crown. Cover your mouth with the mask. Look in the eyes. It's the truth is in the eyes. The soul, windows to the soul is in the eyes. So that energy you see, notice those eyes that you see. Think back and look at those eyes of those partners you've been with. If their eyes are similar or familiar. Okay? If it's similar, familiar energy. Because remember, we're on earth, we're on a cycle, we're on a reincarnation, we have to ascend. So, as you're going through this forest, you finally get on your right path. However, you still see these monsters. You still see them. They are in the trees. They are in the sky. They are surrounded you. As a matter of fact, you don't even see the same sky that you have once seen before as a child. Things seem to be changing a little bit darker. It's almost like you have to go to this dark tunnel before you can go through the light. But as things are happening, stuff is stopping you and delaying you on your path, right? It's delaying you. Even when you're going through the dark, it's trying to delay you, right? And these are these karmic individuals because they don't want you to make it to that end game, okay? They don't, because they already know who you were before you were born. They don't want you to make it all the way to the end. You off the yellow brick road now. Because remember with the yellow brick road at the end, it was just a guy who pretended to have his loud voice. That's not who our source is. Our source is not that. Right? Religion. Ooh, shut up. I ain't getting into that now. I ain't getting into that, y'all. I'm not getting into that, y'all. Please, come on now. But y'all heard what I just said on my lips, right? It just came out of my mouth because you... Okay. So that's what that was. You got on another path. So you had a different belief system and traditional system as you were a child. That was intentional. That was to purposely take you off your path. That was instilled from back in the day, implanting religion in people's head. I just said this. Implanting things into people's head, different belief system into families, from slave days, from just keeping them in a cycle, right? Keeping them... where they're not, the truth isn't revealed, right? Keeping them in a cycle. Because if this princess keeps going in the cycle in this forest, right, she's never going to make it to where she needs to go to her destination, her destiny, her destination. So that's what they're doing, keep you in a cycle. So at first, you know, your parents or your sisters, your siblings, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, your families were trying to keep you in a cycle. School system was trying to keep you in a cycle in some form or way, you know. Then you have your friends trying to keep you in a cycle or a certain behavior and a vibration. Then you have the people you dated trying to keep you in a cycle of breakup, makeup, breakup, makeup, breakup, makeup, narcissist impact cycle. In your work, at work, your job tries to keep you in a cycle, you know, work, pay bills, debt, work, pay bills, debt, work, pay bills, debt. You know, so everything is trying to keep you in a cycle, divine feminine, okay? These things are not to help your spiritual path. These things are to delay your spiritual path, okay? And it gets even bigger and deeper, so think deep about that. Everything on a circle is a cycle, is a loop. They want to keep you in the loop. So you see, look around you, look up, divine feminine. Look around you. How many circles do you see? Not just on my screen, but in your house. Look up to see how many circles in your house do you see. So this is not, they found circles, they found people actually like circles. People actually like being in cycles. People actually like being where they're comfortable at. These are studies. Do you not think these people study and research? Do studies and research on shapes and colors and smells and scents and all that stuff, guys? But the loop, it's trying to keep you in the loop. Everything and everybody, divine feminine, don't exclude near body. You don't know near hoe that can do the things that I do. You don't know near hoe that can do the things that I do. Okay, so they can never be like you, divine feminine. However, they don't want to be like you. No, I take that back. They want to be like you, but they want to keep you in the cycle, so you don't even know who you are. right? Because if a dog chasing its tail, it don't know where it's going. You get what I'm saying? Because it's in a what? A circle, a cycle. Watch the arc. You guys need to watch the arc. Okay, watch the arc. ARQ, the arc. It talks about being in a cycle and being in a time loop. You don't want to stay in the same time loop. You want to get off that time loop and another timeline, divine feminine. Okay? You don't want to stay in the same cycle. It's bigger than, oh, we're just boyfriend, girlfriend. No, it's bigger than that. Way bigger than that. But I just touched surface with you guys with the counterparts and the twin flame journey. But it's so much, it's a lot to that. Okay? If it goes right, if it goes wrong. What it has to do with your soul purpose. Because remember, a twin flame journey has to do with your spiritual growth. It's not just about this magnetic connection. It's way deeper than that, y'all. So it's a cycle. Think of it as a clock. Take the numbers off the clock, it's just a circle. Right? That tick, 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 tick. It keeps going on and it doesn't stop. So these karmic individuals in your life are trying to keep you in this cycle. And I know you're like, well, this person can't be karmic. This person, they're all of them. All of them. All of them. If I'm speaking to a divine feminine, if you have not met your soul family yet, then the people you're surrounded by are karmic individuals intentionally because they were sent to watch you. Remember I talked about 3D handler? I know nobody likes to talk about the 3D handler and what that is, but that is somebody, different people who are sent to you to watch you, to stagnate, delay your progress. Those are what those are. Okay? To stop you from progressing. Those are what they call what? We already know. Those are the demons that watch to make sure you don't ascend, to try to keep you in the same cycle. Okay? Because you have spiritual gift and you have psychic abilities that can raise the vibration of this entire world. And as long as they keep society and the vibrations low, then they control the population. But that's not how it's supposed to be. That's why I say, you guys, it's not just your family trying to control shit. It's so many people involved in this, you guys. It's not what it's, y'all got to go deep. Go deep within. That's why they say go within. Go within and connect to source, you guys. Connect to source. Okay? I need you guys to do something for me. I need you guys, there's something that you guys need to watch. 2 episodes of something I need you guys to watch and check out. Okay. One of it is the 100, and it's the episode, it's probably the 3rd or 4th season I'm getting. And it's the episode where there's the red sun. Okay? So look at the one of the red sun. It's either called the red sun or the children of Gabriel. Okay, I need you guys to look that up. You know those names are important, but just look at that. It's on Netflix. Look at the red sun. Look at the red sun, where it explains the sun had turned red and everything in the atmosphere. There was something in the atmosphere that changed people's behavior, right? And it caused people to turn on each other and act unlike their normal selves. And it's in the air, right? So people had to stay at least 6 feet away. People had to stay away from each other so that way they wouldn't get it in the air and get it in their system, because once it's in their system, it turns them. Okay? Watch that episode. Also, on the 100, watch the episodes where they have the twin flames, right? It's still on the same season. I think it's the episode right after, or maybe 2 episodes after that, where they say how they take the chip and they put it into another individual's body, okay? They put it into another individual's body so they can live longer, okay? Pay attention to some of these things. Also, pay attention to the character. The woman is more of logical and more demeanor as a masculine, and the man is more demeanor is like the woman and more emotional and nurturing. Check out the dynamics between those characters in the scenarios that when they are together and how that plays out. Okay. I'm also getting that some people aren't ready to get out the cycle, so they will stay in the cycle, and if they choose to stay in a cycle, that is a choice they have made. You must get yourself out of the cycle. And embrace your spiritual gifts. Okay. Also, the girl in the forest, right? Remember how I told you when she was going through the forest, right? There's trees in the sky and different birds and different crows and stuff, and then she had to go through this dark tunnel. She had to go through it. So yes, Divine Feminine, you might have to embrace your shadow self or go through this, go through the darkness to see the light. Okay. When I say go through it, that does not mean repeat another cycle. Okay, you have to go through it because the tunnel is not the end. The darkness is not the end. And they say metaphorically, the darkness has pushed you out into the light. That's why the tunnel is right before you get to, because that darkness, the darkness you went through, all that pain and suffering and heartbreak, that has caused you to walk a path towards the source and have a connection with source and walk on your soul mission, your soul journey. So instead of it being a loop, it's no longer a loop, it's a flat line. Woo! Why y'all think it goes beep, 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 a flat line? Y'all stop playing with me. Stop playing. They tell me, I don't want you a flat line. No, you want us to be in a circle, right? You want us to be in a loop. You want us to stay in a loop in a cycle, right? That's what they want us to do. This is karmic. We're on karmic. We're in a cycle here. Divine Feminines. Ascension's mandatory, healing is mandatory, because where you're going next is going to be healing required. Because this is not it. This is just the beginning of the, because you're not at the beginning of your journey, but you're going to have a new beginning. Everyone's lying to you. Be careful of the people you surround yourself with, and the people you call friends and family, and the people who are still in cycle or attached to darkness. Because some of them are still under spells and under puppetry. So when they contact you and stuff, you have to be very mindful. A lot of shape-shifting going on. So that's my message. Do I need to pull any cards? Okay. So I'm just going to pull one or two cards, you guys, and pull them and see what we get. All right. We have the Emperor here. Some communication. And getting away to calmer waters. Some Divine Feminines are still with the Emperor. Some Divine Feminines are still with the Emperor. They haven't left yet, or they haven't walked away yet. They're still with the Emperor, but he's karmic. He's in a cycle. And you don't want to be in that cycle with him, because The cycle has to keep going. The clock don't stop halfway. Well, clock always stops, but let me tell you, the clock, how can I say? The clock goes round and round, right? So if you hop on a cycle, you're in that cycle. Don't be in that cycle, because even a timeline just goes straight. Go to calmer waters. Get away. Be in calmer waters, okay? Your guardian angels are with you. The universe is with you. All right? But you have to get out of the cycle. The cycle is not healthy for you. Okay? So, okay, Divine Feminine knows how to get out of the cycle. She's to relocate. Okay. Okay, so people not going to be in your life anymore. You can't take them with you. So do you guys know how when people pass away, they still have loved ones. They still have friends. I'm not saying you're going to pass away. I'm saying you're going to ascend. Take that how it resonates for you, okay? How you interpret that, okay? But you'll definitely be have a new beginning. Okay. Is there anybody going with Divine Feminine to ascension? Is there anybody going with Divine Feminine to ascension? Is there anybody going with Divine Feminine to ascension? Is there... So we'll keep that then. So this is the Knight of Wands. Y'all, what I'm getting from this picture, the Knight of Wands, look at that face. That's a no. Nobody's going with you. Look at that face. That face is like, nobody going with me? But you telling me nobody going with me? And look, the universe is just, let's go. The universe is, come on, let's go. It's a spirit animal taking you. Come on. Let's go. Just you and the wands. Come on. Come on, it's your time. Look at the pyramids right there. Stop it. Look at the pyramids right there. It's your time, Divine Feminine. Okay? Then you have this. Wow. Look how that face looks. Like everything I'm leaving behind. So this could be you relocating, thinking about how you're not going to take all your stuff with you, Divine Feminine. You got your soul. That's not enough for you. You having your soul isn't enough. Because remember, they're shapeshifters. So, I mean, did you want them to take your soul? So, you keeping your soul, take what you have, go. Relocate to karma waters. Get out this karmic cycle, okay? Because if karma is coming for people in the karmic cycle, you need to get the fuck off the cycle. If karma is coming for people on the Ferris wheel, why the fuck are you still on the Ferris wheel? Divine Feminine, this is for the Divine Feminines who have not got off the Ferris wheel. Okay? You guys haven't got off the merry-go-round. Y'all going round and round and round and round and round. This is some Divine Feminines have not hopped off yet. So that means they're going through another karmic cycle. Divine Feminine, you cannot be there. Get off. I don't care. Listen, I don't care who you leave behind on that cycle. Get off of it. Because if you don't leave them people behind you, you're going to be on that cycle. Okay? Do you want to be... Come on, Divine Feminine. There's some of you guys, majority of you guys have left, but there's the ones who have not left. And remember, we are all one. You guys have not left. You are still going through... Yeah, okay. Look, there's a new beginning. There's a new beginning for the Divine Feminines who have left. But I'm talking to the Divine Feminines who have not left yet. You guys need to get off that cycle. Look, do you see how rainbow? Let's talk about rainbow, okay? Rainbow, do you see it's not a circle? Rainbow's like this. It's not a circle. Do you know why it's not a circle? Because it's not a cycle. You are not in a cycle. You're going from one way of living to another way of living, to the pot of gold, okay? It is not a cycle. It's not a circle. You are not going to, you cannot go through a cycle and then have this. That means with karmic friends, karmic family, karmic lovers, karmic bosses. Karmic people around you is not healthy. Now, we know they're going to just, listen, you can't make your karmic neighbor move. You know what I'm saying? You can't make your karmic landlord. There's karmic people, yes, okay. But stay away. The things you can control and stay away from it. Okay? Because it's ascension. It's time to ascend. What is holding back divine feminine from ascending? What is holding back divine feminine from ascending? What is holding back divine feminine from ascending? What is holding back? Divine feminine. This to me seems like you're trying to grow something and then give it. So it's things you feel like you have to do before you ascend, right? Like, ooh, okay. Things you have to do before you ascend. That's what divine feminine feels. Things you might have to give. Things you might have to do. Yeah. Queen of Cups. Look. This is what the Hangman, this is what's stopping divine feminine from ascending. Okay? Four of Coins. And it's victory. You will get victory in the end. But divine feminine, I know this may seem like these don't seem like this is a good enough reason to not ascend. Okay? And I know you're like, well, I'm doing this, I'm creating this, I'm getting this done. Yes, you continue to do that. You continue to do that, divine feminine. Because you're getting off the karmic cycle, and nobody wants you to get off the karmic cycle. Nobody wants you to get off the merry-go-round because it's fun riding with somebody who don't know what's going on, right? But when you're aware, that's when they're like, okay, let's keep her on. Okay, no, let the ride keep going. No, tell her we gotta be on here longer. Keep going, the ride keep going. Okay, well this person wanna ride with you now. Okay, well this one person wanna ride with you next. Okay, well this, you see how the ride keeps going. They're trying to keep you on the Ferris wheel, on the merry-go-round. But this could be a Libra, but I'm thinking this is justice. This is justice involved. Oh, I didn't even realize these cards fail. Okay, so we'll grab these two. This is justice involved. Okay, you have the King of Cups. Conflict. Okay? Somebody watching and spying, but we know that gang stalking is involved because if somebody's ascending and trying to get off a Ferris wheel, of course there's going to be conflict, and of course there's going to be people watching. Okay, and yes, this has to do with the lover. So a lover is involved in this situation. So yes, it's karmic friends, karmic family, the karmic Ferris wheel, the karmic worker who work at the Ferris wheel, the karmic place who puts the Ferris wheel into motion, the karmic people who fund the Ferris wheel place that puts the Ferris wheel into motion that allows the stuff to go round and round. The people that fund that it makes it go round and round, and the people that keep them stuck on the Ferris wheel that keep going and nobody can get off. But here's the thing, you can't get off when you release karma. But they don't want you to get off. They want you to feel ashamed, sad, depressed, like you haven't completed things to stay on the Ferris wheel. Okay? Page of Pentacles. You're going to get some unexpected money. Okay, do what you need to with that money. Take care of business. Get what you need to get done. Okay, because you can't really take, if you're ascending, I mean, what really can you do with this money? You are the sun. You are a starseed. You are part of the sun. You're a sunflower. You're a sunflower. You're a sunflower. Okay, you are a sunflower. When you're left in the dark, nobody stuck by sunflower. Y'all check out that song. Something about darkness. The song has something to do with darkness. You guys have to look at the lyrics of that song. But yes, there'll be a tower moment, okay? There is a tower moment. There has to be a tower moment because this karmic cycle has to end. And if the universe says this must end, then it must end. It's going to be an ending. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, but you will have that unexpected money. When you choose to go within and with the universe, you have to choose that, Divine Feminine. The universe ain't gonna force you. You have to see those calm waters and want to go towards that. Okay, you guys, remember the analogy of the forest, right? Look, you see how they got through that forest? Look, they're no longer in the forest. Remember I said they had to go through the forest in the tunnel. Look at this. They on top of the tunnel. They found a way through that tunnel. They found a way through. They're on top of the tunnel, and then they went through the forest. Look at the forest here. They went through that forest, and they went into calmer waters. Okay, Divine Feminine, that's what's going to happen. You're going to go into calmer waters. Okay? And with those little black things, for some reason, they're making me feel like it's bugs. Like bugs been gang stalking you and watching you the whole time that you've been trying to go on this solo journey by yourself into the calmer water. Okay? So that's my reading for you guys for today. Thank you so much. Please, you guys, subscribe, comment.